Hey, Jason. Hi, Sammy. My name's Alex Miranda. Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, just type in the chat that you can hear me. If you can hear me, give me a good thumbs up. Can you guys hear me? Hello, and anybody? Ozzy, how are you? You hear me? Ozzy, you hear me? Your microphone is muted. Let me see if I unmute you.
Got it?
Yes.
All right, perfect.
I'm going to put my phone on silent here. Close all my distractions. Lord knows I have distractions.
Yes.
And the other people in the room here. Okay, Sammy says yes, I can hear you. Thank you, Sammy. Sammy, where are you from? What's the name of your center? If you could type where you're from, what the name of your center is. And we're gonna admit everybody here. Yaciel.
Martha's saying now if you could send her the Zoom.
Oh, she wants an invite, huh?
Yeah, she wants an invite now, Martha.
Okay, copy.
Can you send it to her?
Vamos a ver.
Yeah.
So guys, if you can quickly chat in, unless you're driving like Kat, then don't
Yeah.
chat at all. Just keep your hands on the road, on the wheel. If you could type in the chat where you're from, what's the name of your center, please. Maybe a little link to your website of your center. That'll be awesome. We got Yaciel.
This is Jason. Can you hear me?
Jason, what's up?
Okay, good. Just want to make sure.
Yes, I hear you.
I'll back on mute.
We're gonna put you back on mute. Oh yeah, you already went. Thank you, brother. Sammy, Dominic, Chinigo. Dominic Chinigo. Dominic, where are you from? I am anonymous, that's why I'm private. Okay, got it. Awesome, guys. All right, we're gonna get started here in a few minutes. We had some more people register for this, so we're gonna give them a couple of minutes, and I'm gonna invite Marta to Zoom. Let Marta know it's in her email. Ozzy.
I'm going to go put gas. I'll be right back.
No worries. Your part is not until a little bit.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, though. All right, guys. I think we're gonna end up getting this party started here. And I'm going to start sharing. A couple more people entered the room. Awesome. And there we go. Okay. Ozzy, confirm that you see the presentation. I just want to make sure. Yeah? I can't hear you at all, but if you want to unmute, because we're going to.
Yeah, I see it perfect. Yeah, it's good.
All right, awesome.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna try to pay attention to people in the waiting room, because this is what happens is you start going at it, then some people end up in the
Want to
waiting
join?
room. So, well, in honor to honor everybody's time here, I want to go ahead and get started. This is a presentation on how to grow your adult daycare participants through social media without being a social media expert like Ozzy Herrera. Everybody looks to Ozzy as the expert and the pro. And like, Ozzy, teach me. You don't have to become a social media pro like Ozzy. But you do have to understand a lot of the concepts, and this is the point of this presentation. So without further ado, we have families to tend to. I know I do too, but I wanted to welcome everybody. And look, if you've failed at social media marketing for your center, don't worry about that. It's not your fault. It's a pretty complicated place. And if you've been concerned in the past that you can't succeed without social media marketing, put those fears to rest. Other ADC owners may think they can't grow their participants through social media or generate leads for their business through their website without good social media management. But you know, you don't have to be involved in all of that in order to grow your center. And if you've ever thought that other ADC owners want you to fail, you know, unfortunately, it's probably right. It's a dog-eat-dog world right now, and people are fighting for people. Even though we all want to serve others, you know, there is a healthy spirit of competition in the adult daycare center world. And I think we've all been able to experience that. So but what we're going to show you here are some strategies for bringing back your participants, and not just back your participants, but even new participants, because they are out there, and Ozzy will share a little bit more on that. I want to help the people who want to grow their participants through social media, and the people who want to generate more leads for their adult daycare center through their website without having to dedicate hours and hours on marketing or losing business to competition and having to shut down the center, which is a pretty big issue happening right now. So my goal from this web class, me and Ozzy, we want to show you that the only way for adult daycare centers to come back from the pandemic and grow their participants and generate more leads for their centers is through embracing the way people are now communicating. Ozzy and I were just talking about this. More people got on social media during the pandemic, therefore they've been able to create that new habit on social media. So we've got to be on social media because this is where people are at right now. And the only way that we're going to be able to do that is by understanding how these people want to be spoken to and how to convert those people into leads. So I'm Alex. On the right here, that's my family. I'm a brand manager for adult daycare centers. I teach to FADSA about branding and marketing alongside with Ozzy. And I use social media for my businesses from when I was a nightclub promoter all the way till now, where I'm an agency owner. This is my agency. Ozzy, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Ozzy Herrera, Social Center Adult Daycare. The same thing. We come from the nightclub business and the promotion stuff now to an adult daycare owner, also family with a son with 12 years old, and the social media director on FIDSA as well. So we're just here to help you guys. Me as an owner, I feel you guys, and I'm in the same boat as you guys as daycare owners as well. And that's why we're creating this, just to help you guys grow your participants and grow your business as well, and educate you guys about social media.
Yeah, and Ozzy, tell us a little bit about your story here.
Well, I mean, I started pretty much, started, the daycare business because of my grandmother. She suffers from mood disorder and bipolar. And I was looking for a center for my grandmother. So I came along, and I said, I want to have my grandmother in adult daycare. So I opened up my own adult daycare. And obviously with my experience from the nightlife and my promotion with the social media is where I started growing my business, and I started getting a lot more traffic through social media because of my background with all the promotions and everything that we used to do in the nightlife. So everybody that used to follow me in the nightclub business and everything in the promotion, now I linked it to my business. So I just started, posting videos and just posting pictures with participants. And I started seeing that a lot of people started liking that. And it started going out, and the views and more people calling and let me see my parents on social media. And that's how I was able to grow my business. So pretty much 90% of my adult daycare has been grown through social media platforms that I use as well. I've been open up for 6 years. We've all been going through the same thing with the pandemic. But social media is something that's helped me out throughout all my businesses, and obviously through the social center adult daycare, obviously it's bring a lot of traffic towards my center as well.
Awesome, man. Ozzy, you see my slides, right? I just want to make sure everybody's seeing slides.
Yeah, I see it here.
Okay, cool. All right. So and it's funny, Ozzy and I were talking that the social center and the nightclub business is not that different. We're trying to get, we're always planning events, and we use photos on social media to show the hype of how things are going out there. I think that's the cool part about the social media management that you do versus other people, is you're showing all the hype. It's like nightclubs. When you go to a nightclub website or social media, what do you see? People partying, people active, people out there. What does that make you want to do? It makes you want to come over there. So it's cool how a lot of the stuff that we learned as nightclub promoters, we were able to then transfer into the into the adult daycare world.
Yeah, that's like basically exactly what you're saying. It's like, we used to like seeing people dancing and enjoying themselves, and now seeing, like people say, you used to be with a younger crowd, now you're with the older crowd. But it's kind of like the same feeling, but it's even more rewarding when you're seeing the elderlies and, and the age that they have, and still want to dance and sing and have a good time their last years of their lives. So that is very rewarding as a daycare owner or anybody in that field. That was kind of like my thing as well, that I saw and we spoke about that what we used to do in the nightclub, now we do it at the daycare, and it brings a lot of happiness to us and the families as well, that they're seeing their parents and their grandparents at the daycare having a good time and enjoying themselves. And that's why we have social media, because we're able to show it to them, and they're able to see it on a day-to-day basis, that they get to see their grandparents or their parents having a good time at the center, creating different events and posting different events of what they're doing at our center.
Yeah, that's very interesting, because I think a lot of people share in some of the respects with what you're going through. You've gotten into the business because you're passionate about elderly care. And you got into this because, hey, look, it could be a profitable business and make a living.
Correct.
And you too thought, you know, I'm sure like a lot of people, when we start our businesses, you think if I make it, they will come, right? If I just open up this center, all of a sudden people will magically appear, and caseworkers are magically going to send you people, and people are going to magically walk across your door and be like, oh, wow, a center. And things would just automatically happen. And look, before the pandemic, many of you may have been at capacity and doing very well. But then the pandemic hit and you got to rethink the entire thing, right? And now you're in the situation where people are on social media more than ever. And if you didn't have that going on at the time, now is the time. You have to embrace it. You've got to get on it, because if not, the death sentence for your center is right around the corner. And that's what we're committed to stopping. And Ozzy's social media, I mean, you guys got to be able to check this out. You know, he's been able to bring participants back at a higher rate. He's been able to find new participants, and they're out there more than ever. And Ozzy's been able to also stay active on social media. I don't know if you guys noticed, I noticed, even when the pandemic hit, Ozzy was still posting on his social media every day, doing videos, because he knew some of his participants were going to be watching him on social media. But I think him being active on social media also helped him recoup those participants back much sooner than maybe many others have been experiencing. But look, this is not, don't beat yourself up about that. The reality is that now is the time. Now we need to take steps to move this thing forward, and not keep saying, well, you know, I wish I would have been more active before. No, we're going to take care of that now. We're going to share with you guys some secrets, and that's what we're going to cover on this presentation. So secret number one that we're going to go over is how to build a website that generates visits. And I'm talking about physical visits from potential participants. And you're thinking, wait, website? I thought this was about social media. The thing is that you can have a great social media account, but if you don't have a way to drive people to something so that they can get more information and then book a time to come see and visit and schedule a call, then you can do all the social media and you want. It's not gonna, you need a great website. So we're gonna just give you some keys there, okay? Secret number two, you need an automated process for how you're gonna do your scheduling a tour and your 1 free days, okay? And because if not, it's gonna eat up all your time and you're not gonna be able to follow up with leads. And so again, the company is called Participant Growth, guys. That's what we call ourselves. Social media is a vehicle, okay? But that vehicle needs to drive to somewhere. So you got to understand, I got to talk to you guys about a website first. I got to talk to you about some automations. Then I'm going to tell you guys, we're going to share with you how we use social media in a savvy way to drive people to the website so that they can book a 1 free day or schedule a tour. Cool. So let me just share with you guys real quick here that your website, yes, sure, some people think you could just throw up a normal little website on GoDaddy and put up a brochure and, you know, it's just got to have my phone number and my email and that's it, and some pictures. But the website, it has to be more than just a brochure. It can't be people just randomly showing up on the site and there not be any kind of way that to incentivize someone to give you their information. And that's why you need a website that generates you leads, not just a brochure, but it's got to be able to generate you leads. If you guys go to socialcenter.care after the presentation, you'll see here. In fact, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Socialcenter.care. Let me get here. And Ozzy, let me see. You see this, Ozzy? You seeing the
Yeah, I
website?
see it. I see it. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
it's there.
So if you see Ozzy's website, great video right away. Video, people want to see videos. There should be no reason why your website shouldn't have you and a good video introducing people to yourself. Immediately let them find out more information and connect with you on Instagram, Facebook. Let them know what you guys offer, show them a sample schedule right away. Give a virtual tour, give some, activities, talk about activities and security measures and your services. Grab some videos of your participants just talking really great things about you guys. You got to understand, this is the way, think about yourself as a caregiver. This is all they want to see, really. And give them an opportunity to schedule a tour, to come by. We're several opportunities here to schedule a tour, one free day. And when they click their one free day, get their email, get their first name, get their phone number. This is the kind of stuff that I see a lot of adult daycare centers missing, that is just so easy for you to be able to do on your site. So show more videos, give opportunities for scheduling a free tour, okay? Your website is more than just a brochure. Your website is a salesperson that's pretty much sitting outside of your door, telling people, inviting people into the center. Your website should be like one of those little flipper guys with the little arrows pointing people. Your website has to appeal and give information in the way in which people want it today. All right. So that was quick, guys. I told you, because I really want to get to the social media stuff quickly. But here's another challenge, is that if you do that whole thing of schedule a free tour, the problem there is that it starts to generate leads that a lot of people don't follow up on. They fall through the cracks. It just becomes another to-do, even though that's money in the bank. I mean, you got a person, and you might be motivated to give them a call today, but what about some follow-up text messages? What about some follow-up emails? So there's some complications there that happen when you start generating leads. And especially if you're using pen and paper to copy down those leads like Ozzy was, or if you're using Excel documents or storing it in, it's just, there's not an organized way to do that. And for Ozzy, when we were working together on his stuff, it was about, he was working like 3 jobs. I mean, and it was just him and his father-in-law pretty much running this thing. And there was, there's a lot of leads coming in, couldn't keep track of participants, and probably losing a lot of potential participants because there was no real follow-up system with, we call this customer relationship management in this world, CRMs. But CRMs are scary. But you need to have some kind of lead management system with some automatic texting and emailing and calling and rescheduling. Asking people to leave a review, something where you can text back and forth. There's even, virtual assistants that can take care of a lot of this communication. Okay, guys? And you might think, well, you're the one that has to do all this, or you don't have the time to process all these leads, or you're gonna have to hire, a bunch of employees. But we have a system actually, and this is not the point of this presentation. If somebody wants a tour of this system, just email us later and we'll get this tour for you. But there are systems out there, guys, that will automatically do everything that I just told you, okay? And they're not expensive. Again, we can get you hooked up there and probably do a whole different webinar just on this, guys. But like I promised, I wanted to get to the social media stuff. But you gotta have, again, if the social media is gonna bring in more eyeballs, you need a great website to capture those leads, and you need a good follow-up system to do something with those leads. If not, how the heck are you going to grow your participants? It's just the social media itself is not by itself is not going to be the end all be all. There must be a system and a process for processing those leads and turning them into participants. All right. Now the good stuff, how to drive traffic to those tours, right? To that website using savvy social media management. And, you know, some people say, well, I don't know how to manage the social media or gain followers or convert them to potential participants. And this is kind of Ozzy. If you want to share your story here on kind of your background, because I know this is a lot of what you went through, but a lot of what you brought into your social media management.
Oh, you're talking about all the traffic that we got?
Yeah, I mean, we referred to it earlier. If you see on the slide here, I know you were talking about how you realized that you know, managing your social media was going to be a lot like managing the social media for the nightclub was going to be a lot like managing the social media for your center.
Yeah, basically it's just the whole, what we spoke about is just taking the pictures and posting a daily is something that creating events, also doing activities in the center, getting also, you know, the employees involved in taking pictures and taking videos. And that helps out as well as, you know, posting the daily stuff that we got to post on our platforms as far as that. Also just creating new activities, making things different than everybody else is what helps as well. An adult daycare grow on social media as well, and all the different platforms, because whatever you post on Instagram is going to be posted on Facebook. So that's something that, you know, the stories also is another component that you could do at the moment. You know, posting, you know, stories as well is something else that you guys could do. There's a lot of little things that come into social media, but it takes time. It's time consuming, but you can always allocate it to an employee and have another phone at the daycare, and that employee can take pictures and take videos of what's going on in the center, because I know that we all are all over the place. Like me, I'm still delivering meals to our participants. So sometimes I'm not in the center, but the employee knows that she's got to take videos and pictures, so you don't lose that activity, or you don't lose that good video that because you're not there. So that's something that you guys can use as well as some tips that you guys could take as well for social media.
I love too on your social media, and we're gonna take a look at it right now. Remember at the nightclubs, we would have people hold up little signs with the name of the nightclub, or the little photo kind of.
Oh yeah, we have that as well. We also make little signs like first day here, or, you know, we are blessed to be here. We're grateful to be here. Today's my birthday. I did them in Spanish and in English. That's something else that we could bring as to the marketing, as well as something that you guys can use as well. We have those tools to use that also. There's a lot of different things that you can use, just like little signs, like he says. I mean, that's something that you guys can use as marketing as well. And it's marketing your business as well, because it has your logo on the bottom. You know, it's going on all the platforms on social media. So that's something else that you guys can use as marketing also.
If you guys look at what great nightclubs are doing, or even churches, what great churches are doing on their social media, it's a lot of those same ideas, guys, are what can be applied into an adult daycare center.
Also the step, sorry to cut you off. Also, you could do the step and repeat, like the one I have behind me. That's also like you could take pictures with the participants there. If they win a raffle ticket, or if they win a raffle, or if you're giving, you know, goodie bags, then, you know, you take pictures with the step and repeat that I have behind me. So there's a lot of different things that you could do also as far as that, as marketing wise.
I love how you too, you tag caregivers on people's pictures.
Correct. That's another thing. The tags, you know, tagging is very important, because that's going to see, you know, that whole hashtags and stuff like that is very good to get the word out and get on other people's pages that are not probably following you
Mhm,
as well.
mhm, mhm. Yeah, man. And of course, well-designed flyers, consistent branding. Again,
Yeah.
things that great churches, great nightclubs, if you look at them, they're all the designs look on point. And we're going to take a look at a couple of examples here. I know Ozzy, we like to look at his account, but we also have got Kathy on the phone with us. What's up? We're gonna show some of La Edad Prodigiosa as well. But I think a big thing here that differentiates Ozzy from many people, that I'm just gonna go out there and say it. Ozzy is very, very much the face of the company. He's out there. You see him all over the social media for you see him doing the videos, and many people have a huge problem with getting on social media and doing videos for themselves. And I get it. There's a fear of the camera sometimes, but guys, you got to get on there. You got to be the face of your center. If you're not going to believe in your center, who is? That's kind of the theory I have.
And I think we could help them out with that as well. I mean, I think, at the beginning I wasn't so, so camera friendly and all that stuff, but you just gotta lose that fear. And it's just, getting out there and being the face, like Alex said, and that has helped me out tremendously in my business as well, because I have a lot of people, like we said, that follow me from my other business that now follow me on Social Center, and they see that we're doing great things and all the things that we do. And like Alex said, you're the face of your business, and who else better than you that the family see that you're there, you're involved with your participants, and you're doing the activities with them, you're posting pictures with them, and you're caring for them. So, obviously your number one fans are those people that are watching you. So that's how you're going to get more traffic, more views, and you'll be surprised that sometimes I can take a picture with a participant. I'm going to get more likes because I have more people following me and they want to see me more involved with the participants. Just like your business, sometimes they don't want to talk to a driver. They want to talk directly to the owner, the person they see in that video, the person they see on that website, like Alex says.
Yeah, that's good. And so, some people think, like we said, that they don't know how to be the face and talk on videos and take videos and photos and plan their events each month, and write posts every single day and do graphic designs. I mean, and I think everybody thinks that you do that on your own. And there's no way. I know.
No, I can't. It's too much. It's too much. But I am on top of everything, and I'm very picky on my social media because of my background and the way we've always been, because it means a lot. The branding, like you said, means a lot to me, and it should mean a lot to you because it's your business, and whatever you put out there is what people are going to see. And like we're talking about other stuff. Hay un refrán que dice que lo que no se anuncia no se vende. So you got to put your stuff out there so people can want to come to your center because you're the owner. And all the graphic designing and all that stuff, I oversee that as well. I just rebranded, basically, I want to call it rebranded. I don't know what we want to call that. The characters that I changed and all that stuff, just because I'm already going on my 7th year and I wanted to change something. I want to give it a little different taste of our adult daycare, a little bit change. I don't want to be like everybody else. I never wanted to. So I don't want to have like the same, you see how Alex put there, like I have the little cartoon characters of the viejitos, the participants. I don't want to be like everybody else and have the same picture that everybody else in Dade County has. So I want to always be different. And you could do the same thing. And we're going to help you with that because I'm a daycare owner and I know what you guys need to succeed and get more participants and more people coming to your website and sharing your platform on social media, because that's all you're going to have when people call you. Oh, look, go on our website, go on our Instagram. When they see that, they don't even have to come for a virtual tour. You're already giving it. I'm already giving you a virtual tour on my website, myself. So that sells itself.
Yeah. And look, guys, there's tools for this. There's systems and processes that you can put in place, guys. within your company. Look, there's a cool tool called Canva. Canva is you don't have to be a graphic designer, and you can graphic design. There's tools like Trello where you can project manage and manage your whole business through Trello. There's Google Photos. I mean, we use Google Photos heavily to store photos and create albums and videos. You can use programs like Hootsuite to schedule your posts. And look, just if you commit to at the end of every month, make sure you're planning the next month's activities, make sure you're designing a calendar, right? You can use Canva to design a calendar, and you can even create one post for every day of the week. And then you can schedule them all. I mean, you or one of your staff, this is all stuff that you can do. You just got to know that there's a system and a process for it. But my theory is you got to do it all like in one day and schedule it for the whole month, like set it and forget it. If not, it becomes cumbersome to think about it every single day of the week. You guys should be focusing on putting pictures on your stories, but your social media has automatic postings happening every day. And throughout the month, again, you're posting stories, tagging, but you're accumulating photos and videos in your Google Photos so that next month, when you go to create your new series of posts for the following month, you have a repository of all the photos and videos that you can choose from. You're not scrambling and asking your one employee, send me pictures, send me videos, send me photos. You're not scrambling around. It's all been organized in one place for you to be able to then create next month's activity. So I hope everybody's kind of getting some value out of this webinar that we've put together here, and maybe one or two golden nuggets that you're going to be able to come out with. So far, we've covered, how the website needs to be a place where you're giving away one free day, or giving away or scheduling tours. I implore you guys to stop using pen and paper to manage your leads. Stop using email or a little journal or notepad. You guys, there has to be some kind of customer relationship management system, some kind of way to automate the lead management, because so many leads are falling through the cracks if you don't have some kind of system. And again, if you need that system, email me. You can email Alex at alexmiranda22.com, and I'll start to guide you. We get on a call and I'll show you the system that we have. But most importantly, for the purpose of this conversation here, is that you guys need to realize that this great social media, this savvy social media management is what will drive the traffic to the one free day and the scheduling a tour. So we're gonna take this thing to the next level now. All right, guys. We're gonna bring you guys a little surprise here, because so far we've been talking a lot about you guys getting in the driver's seat, you guys doing a lot of this work. But I think some of you might be thinking, I don't have the time for any of this at all. And maybe some of you deep down inside wish that there was some kind of done for you system that fit the budget for the adult daycare center owners, and also was able to accomplish everything that we've been talking about. And so what we've been able to come up with is the participant growth done for you social media management. And it is a management service to help adult daycare centers grow their participants through social media and generate more leads for their businesses through their website, without having to dedicate hours and hours on marketing and losing business to competition and potentially even having to shut down. So what we want to share with you guys is Ozzy and I have come together, and I've said, Ozzy, this is the system that you followed, right? What if we package this thing up, and what if we offered this to adult daycare center owners. I mean, they trust you, they like what you're doing. Why can't we put this all into something that that fit the budget of other adult daycare center owners, and was able to give them daily, weekly posts on Instagram and Facebook, and write content for their posts, and graphic design for posts, and stories and highlights, and post scheduling, and feed posting, and daily content posting, and the building and the execution of an actual social media strategy, and even posting videos. In fact, we were so excited to do this that literally on the first person that we could speak to, we were like, hey, you're going to be our first client. You're going to be the one to take us on and experience this. And so we've got Katia on the phone, on the Zoom call. What's up, girl? How are you?
Hey, sorry. I was at the
No, no.
gym. I'm like leaving the gym. I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. So we wanted to show you La Edad Prodigiosa. Where are you located?
Cutler Bay.
Cutler Bay. So here she goes. Awesome. She's got some great graphic designs. Bingo time. Look at here. Little video. Is that you dancing?
No.
I love this, man. This is so good. And this is the kind of stuff, look, 74 views. This is the kind of stuff that is going to be, that people love to see out there. Who came over here? What was this? A doctor came and presented?
Yeah, the University of Miami.
I love it. So cool. You guys got I see some scratch off the lottery.
Yeah.
That's so good. And so what's been, I guess, what's been the biggest relief off your back ever since kind of bringing us on board to manage your social media?
I mean, everything. I mean, I'm the generation of social media. So it's not that I didn't know how to use social media. I mean, obviously I know how to post. I know how to use Facebook. I know how to use Instagram, Snapchat, but it's the hassle of being at the center 24/7, dealing with clients coming in, dealing with a million different things, and then having to post, I just didn't have the time to post every single day. So everything that you guys said so far has, it just takes the load off. We do it at the beginning of the week on Monday. I send out my pictures for the week and it just goes out and I don't have to worry about it ever again. Until the following Monday, I send you guys the pictures again and you guys post. So it's just been, I don't have to worry about social media and, everything that you see on my Instagram, you see on my Facebook. So it's correlating, so it's missing. And what I've seen so far through my traffic of my website is that the first thing they do is they do check my social media. So people are seeing my website, they're seeing my social media, and they're seeing that what we're posting is not from a month ago or 3 years ago, it's recent. So what they're seeing is that we're actually doing what we're promoting. We're giving out, we're doing bingo, they see that we're doing bingo, they see that we do dominoes. So they're actually seeing the activities we're providing and not just making it up, out of the air or whatever.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Thank you for letting others know. And we're kind of here looking at your social media. And look, this looks like, obviously, it looks like a company that cares. It's very active. And good website. All I would say to you, and I think I've talked to you about this before, I think that there should be something cool here that says 1 free day.
Yeah.
And that's really it. I got nothing else to say bad about this. This is awesome. You're doing a great job. And even though it's us helping you with this, it's really kudos to you to make the decision to make the good business decision and have the business sense to know that if you really wanted this to look good and feel good and be right, this is just something you have to let other people do.
Yeah, one thing I was, and I talked to Audrey about, it's, we're so low on participants. So one of the things I was so worried about is that, posting pictures and people seeing, you know, the low participants we have, because, you know, the truth is we're not at capacity, we're not, you know, where we need to be. And so one of the things I was scared about is that if people see my social media and they're seeing that my daycare is full, are they not going to call? But it's the opposite. They're seeing, you know, you guys make the pictures look better. You know, it's like, it's a company that actually does things that the way it's supposed to be. So it's not me just posting a random picture. So, you know, that was one of my worries, like, oh, I don't have a lot of participants, is, you know, but it just flows. So it's done right. So if you guys
Yeah,
are-
like we spoke about, I mean, we're all going through the same thing. And like I told you, you know, it's the way you take the pictures and the way you
Yeah.
set everything up, and we'll set it up the way that you want it as
yeah,
well.
and the graphics, I think, helps. The graphics
Yeah, it
in the back
does.
of the picture, everything is just, it's not like, oh, you have, you know, one participant. It doesn't matter, you have just one participant. I think you need to be on social media. And, you know, as you know, I'm pretty young, so I know that adult daycares are not on social media, because we've seen it. You go search an adult daycare, you don't see their social media. You see them from 3 years ago or 4 years ago, that one picture they posted. So if that family member is looking at that picture from 3 years ago, are they really gonna call if they're coming from social media? Probably not. They're gonna probably search another daycare in the area who's probably more on social media than the other daycare that was.
Yeah.
And that's why we're here for. We're here to educate all the other adult daycares. Like I've spoken to a couple of them, and just educate them on, you know, what social media is all about. And you're the proof of it, you know, and so am I, you know, to show that, you know, this is the way to go. We have to think outside the box. And like Alex said, through all the pandemic and everything, the traffic has been on social media. It is what it is.
I would say that the calendar helps keep everybody, even my employees, on track. So if I make a calendar and on Monday is bingo, well, the employees know that it's bingo and they have to take pictures. So everybody's doing what they're supposed to. I don't have to be worrying about my employees. I don't have to be worrying about what are my participants doing for that day. Am I going to bring somebody in? No, it's just, it flows every day. So
you have a valid point. You have a valid point there. You have a valid point with the employees. That's a valid point, because I have my employees take a picture of the calendar, and I give them a calendar, each of them, because sometimes they forget, and I go, you know, the calendar, and they're like, oh yeah, I know it's today. And that is true. That is true. The calendar, and you also send it to the families. The families know what's going on that day, and they tell the participants. And then another thing you could do too is, like we spoke about, you tell them the activity that's coming the next day, because they forget, you know, and mention them, oh, look at your calendar. And a lot of them have their calendars on their refrigerator, and it looks very nice in the center. When somebody comes visit, you say, look, we also have a calendar. We give them the calendar, and these are all our activities. It sells. That's a big selling point for a new participant that comes to the center.
And then another conversation we had is, like, you know, other daycares, we all do the same thing. We know we do dominoes, we do bingo. We kind of, you know, feed off each other what we're doing. So we do have to think outside the box and having conversations with each other. I think we've done activities that we normally would have done, and we would have spoken, because we give each other ideas. So I think there's sometimes a fear of daycares talking to each other. Oh, because they're going to steal my idea. They're going to, you know, they're going to do what I do. I mean, we're so far away. You're in Hialeah, I'm in Color Bay. There is no competition.
Yeah, you know what? That Alex told me that at the beginning when I sat down with Alex, and I was like, Alex, I don't even know if I really want to put this out there in my recipe and all that stuff. He goes, Ozzy, there's no competition. You know, that's something that you bring to the table, but nobody's gonna do it the way you do it. And the way that you run your business, every business runs the same. So he opened my mind and that, because I was like, why am I going to give my recipe to all these other adult daycares? But why not? Why not help everybody out that's helped me? Why can't I? And that's what I did. I just, you know, opened up completely, and I said, here I am, and here's everything I do, and let's go forward with it. And it's like what you say, like you could give each other different ideas when you talk to other daycares. Like when I talk to Jason, and when I talk to Martha, when I talk to you, when we talk to Alex, talk to everybody, that we all give each other different ideas. Or like if I have a singer, or Martha has a clown, or that they did an activity at Jason's place, and then we give each other, you know, the contact, just like we've done with each other. And that's what we're here for. We're here to help you guys grow, and that's what we're going to do.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing, Kat.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's awesome. And look, this works for all the adult daycare centers owners who want to free up time, like Kat said. They want to dominate on social media. They want to have a leg up on competition. I say there's no competition, but the reality is that there is competition out there. But everybody's going to do it their way. And look, for the 8 or 9 of you that are on this call right now, you're getting a leg up above the other people. Your guys are going to be the ones that are going to be able to grow your participants back to capacity. And Kat and Ozzy, I don't know about the rest of you guys, but these guys have systems and processes now in place for their marketing. But the number one reason why people don't get started on services, well, money, right? Time, energy to put into this, because there's going to be a little bit of a setup process here. And maybe you don't have experience working with agencies like mine that are totally done for you. And maybe you don't think that this can be delegated out, but that's not true.
Alex, I wanna talk to you about that as well. I mean, we are so, a lot of daycare owners, they're not educated on how powerful social media is nowadays. It's all run by social media, and it's free in the sense that whatever you post on Instagram or Facebook, it's all free. We can't keep on thinking that we're gonna keep on getting those referrals and we're gonna keep on word of mouth. Yeah, that could be like a bonus, but if you don't put it out there, you're not going to be able to sell your business, and you're not going to be able to show people what you're really doing. By word of mouth, now because of the pandemic, it's been even more difficult for us as adult daycares to get those participants to come back. So like I was talking to you today, we can't be just focusing on our participants that we have at home. Let's be realistic. A lot of these participants that we have at home are probably 90% are not coming back, or they're going to be bedbound, or they're going to pass away, or they're going to go to an ALF. Okay, so we got to focus on hitting up those new clients that are out there getting approved, or new clients have been at home for a whole year and now they want to get out. They have Alzheimer, they have dementia, and the family members got to go back to work. Yeah. That's what my focus has been, and this is just a tip that I'm giving you guys, the daycare owner. I haven't gone after. Yes, I keep on calling the participants I have at home, but how do we get to all those new participants? It's by social media. Yeah. Who are the ones on social media? Are the kids. It's not the elderlies. We're not going after the elderly on social media. We're going after the kids. Like Katia said, we're the new generation that now we need an adult daycare for abuelita, abuelito, my mom, my dad that has dementia, has Alzheimer. They can't stay by themselves. Those are the ones we're going after. And that was my focus since day one.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. And look, what we want to be able to do for you guys, okay, like what we do for Kat, we want to be able to write the posts, graphic design them. We want to be able to post stories, schedule. We want to be able to, get these things on your feed. We want to be able to do this Monday through Friday. We want to be able to bring you guys a social media strategy and execute it. We want to design your monthly activities calendar. And we want this to be something collaborative, but you will also see that all the staff, including yourself, you're just going to become more savvy at all of this, knowing how to take photos and knowing when to take videos. You're going to see that your staff is just going to start getting more alive, because they're going to pull out their phone and want to take a picture of almost everything out there. Why? Because it's going to go somewhere now. There's a purpose for it. Okay. We're going to give you and your staff training on Google Photos, right? How to put all the photos up in an album, Canva for designs if you want to get in there, WhatsApp for communication. You're going to get a WhatsApp group, and we're going to be able to show you guys what Trello is for organizing things. These are the things that are going to be able to organize the videos and give you consistent designs and group communication and project management. A lot of stuff that agencies do that you might not be doing on your end. And this is going to be the thing that's going to help you create that compelling content and branded design materials and cool videos to share. And you're going to be able to grow your adult daycare center in a post-pandemic world. Okay. Now, you don't need to think about anything except showing up to your center and being the best darn adult daycare center owner you can be to your participants. Okay. Because if you're struggling with your current center and you're trying to figure out how you can stop the bleeding, you know, but then you're thinking, oh man, here comes another investment that I got to invest into. I'm already struggling, and now here's another thing that I'm going to have to pour money into. Look, guys, before you start thinking about all that, I want you to know that you're also going to get us to create this monthly calendar for you, and design that. You're also going to get monthly coaching and consulting. Kat and Ozzy are on a call every single month talking about what's working now strategies on social media, right? Not just on social media, but I think it also bleeds into some of the business development. There's 2 adult daycare center owners talking to each other, sharing contacts with each other, sharing sponsors, right? Sharing, you know, event ideas. So yeah, you're talking about social media and strategy and marketing and advertising, but there's going to be no choice but to also talk about different things that are happening in the business. Okay. Now, just so you guys know, the value of total social media management, you can start to get quotes out there. You're going to get anywhere between $500 to $1,000 to $1,500 a month. Graphic design is expensive, guys. You're going to see out there, try to get a graphic designer to create that whole freaking calendar for you guys and see how much they're going to charge you. Business training and consulting, consultants are charging through the roof for their time. And just training and social and management of all these tools for your business. This is big. This is a big investment, guys, that a lot of other companies make. Guys, we're going to set up your entire social media, all the social media templates that you see, the Facebook cover, the social media covers. We're also going to analyze your whole entire social media to make sure that the messaging is right, the links are right, everything's right. The calendar templates, the social media signs, those little signs, the first day here, they're all going to be for branded for you. Certificate designs, step and repeat designs, goodie bag, promo designs, all that good stuff for your marketing for the people that are there. And the reason we need all this design for you is because this is the kind of stuff that shows up on your social media, right? You throw in all of that setup that we're talking about, and I'm telling you because I've owned an agency for 15 years now, this is the price that some companies pay for these kinds of services. I've been in the nightclub world, I've been in the church world, I've been in the law world. This is very regular pricing that these companies pay, okay? You're also gonna get training for your video, for your staff on video and photography, because we're not gonna show up to your center, then you're really gonna be paying a lot of money. We're gonna teach you guys how to do it on your own, because you guys are capable. If you have an iPhone, you've got a badass camera to take some videos and some photos, okay? So what pictures to take, what equipment to have, what scripts to read in the camera, we've got all of this stuff prepared and ready for you. You're also going to get, and Kat doesn't know this, but she's gonna get 3 additional social media designs, channels that we're going to be posting on. We're going to be posting on Pinterest. We're going to be posting on YouTube. We're going to be posting on your Google My Business. So it's not just Facebook and Instagram, even though that's where 90% of everything goes on. If 10% is happening over here, well, why not be able to post your designs and your activities and your things on other channels?
So you're basically, Alex, what you're going to get is you're going to get everything on 5 platforms.
Total omnipresence is what we call it. It's everything everywhere. All right. And again, guys, you got to realize there's companies out there paying upwards of $2,000 a month for this kind of stuff to happen. All right.
Yeah, but what like we spoke today, Alex, what do we talk about today with all those big tech companies that they've never worked with an adult daycare? We are only specializing in adult daycare.
That's the reason why you're not going to pay those fees, obviously, because we've been able to create systems and processes and efficiencies on our end to be able to pass that along. So it's not like I'm starting a new client every single time. An adult daycare center is an adult daycare center is an adult daycare center. Okay. You guys are just in different parts of Miami, but there's thousands and thousands and thousands of elderly people that need care, and there's not enough daycare centers even to fill all the potential participants that are out there. All right, you guys need to do your part to get out there and get the word out and make sure you're showing up on social media. All right, but if I did charge you $9.97, it would be worth it, even if 2 participants came a month from that. Even if I charge you $8.97 a month and you save 30 hours of your time, that would be worth it. Employees cost much more than that on a monthly basis. Even if even if this turned your center into just the funnest place to be and it just looked awesome online, it would be worth $7.97. All right. But we on our end, me and Ozzy, decided we needed to make it valuable. We needed to make it, I'm going to say the word cheap. Yeah, our service is not cheap. We don't provide a cheap service. But at the end of the day, we realize participants are down, therefore revenue is down. We get it, guys. All right. So if you were able to grow your participants through social media, what would it be worth? Right? How about if you could generate more leads for your business through your website? What would that be worth to you? Would it be worth the $19.94, the $13.39 a month that I charge some of my clients? Today, I'm giving a special discount to FADSA members. All right, and the people on the board of FADSA asked me that we need to be able to provide this for our members because they want to see everybody's social media grow. So today, participant growth, the done for you total social media management, you're not going to be paying that $2,000 setup fee. You're not going to be paying anywhere near $2,000 a month for this service. In fact, all of that, you can take off 75% of that because we need to make this something where it's affordable to all right? Like something that you don't even have to think about, something that it's like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I need this help. These people they obviously know what they're doing. We just need to bite the bullet. We need to get it done. So we're offering you guys a $500 setup, like what we went through with everything that I showed you there, and a $475 a month management fee. So you've got 2 choices, guys. If this social media management plan doesn't help you with exactly how to grow your participants through social media and generate more leads for your business, without having to dedicate hours and hours on marketing and losing to potential competition and having to shut down, then I'll refund you your money. No questions asked, guys. I know this is going to work. I know you're going to love it. And I know you're not going to cancel. Just because that's how much value this brings to your business. The real question is it worth gambling a few minutes of your time just to check this out, just to be involved? And even if it does half of what I claimed it's going to do, would it pay itself off with 1 participant a month, 1 participant every 2 months? I mean, Jesus, that would be crazy if we couldn't produce that for you. But today, I want you guys to make a decision that this is not going to be something you're going to manage on your own anymore. That you're not going to go another day without total, complete social media omnipresence. And that you're not going to bring specialists on board into your business to do this stuff for you. So you guys can focus on participants, not social media growth. Okay, that's what we do. I don't pretend to take care of elderly people and start bringing them into my office to try to make an extra buck, or no, they're going to go to down the street. Social center is like right over there. I'm going to send them right over there, across the street. So I hope you guys were able to find some value out of this. I hope you guys were able to see that we're serious about, and we're committed to, through FADSA, and through Ozzy's passion for adult daycare centers, that we're passionate about bringing this industry back to life and helping it grow, because this is not something that's going to go away. This is something that's here to stay. We're going to need more adult daycare centers. There's going to be a huge revolution in the entire industry for this kind of service. We're just waiting out this pandemic period a little bit here, but guys, vaccines are up. Get ready, man. The wave is coming, and we want to be here to be able to serve you guys. If you have any questions, we can stick around for a few minutes. Me and Ozzy, you can unmute yourself and ask away. I'll go ahead and stop presenting so you can see my beautiful haircut that I went Cuban. I went Cuban on everybody.
You went in sync.
Los cubanos están haciéndose esto, ¿sí o no, Marta?
Why Marta? I'm American. No, but yeah, I like it. I like that. I think you're going for. You got that, but you gotta do it in pink and yellow and blue. I guess that.
Look, my wife could only take one step at a time. Okay.
You know, guys, I love the presentation. I think it's great what you're doing. The energy you guys are putting into it is amazing. I love it. Well, I already spoke to Ozzy this afternoon, so you know I'm your client. You have me at hello. I love it. No, you know, guys. And I really wish you guys all the luck. We can work together. If Fatsa can help you guys, we are here because it's adult daycares are struggling. There's no more, like Ozzy said, you can go back to trying to get the members that are home back to the daycares. They're gone. It is what it is. I've been trying since October 1st. Me and my mom, we've been doing the impossible. We've been calling, sending flowers, Mother's Day cakes, food every day. We do have a WhatsApp chat for our 80-something participants, the ones that are here, the ones that are in ALF, in nursing home. We continue always sending them so that they can know that we're here in case that they decide to come out or they have a cousin. We keep that. And I'm telling you, it's hard. Once they're already used to their house, it is what it is. Mm-hmm. So we have to go after the ones that are ready to come back, ready to come out, new members that are coming out of the Alliance, the ones that are not even coming out but are ready to go into the Alliance. When everything started, I started back in 2010. I used to give adult daycares for free. I used to have members for free for 2, 3, 4 months. There was the social media was very, very limited, and until they get out of the Alliance. So if that's what it takes again, I guess that will have to reinvent myself and do it. Me and Jason.
That's basically, yeah, we all there in that same boat. I feel you guys, and I feel that's why I wanted to do this business, to show you guys and educate all these adult daycares that are not on social media and show them.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard, you know. Old dogs, new tricks, hard. But
yeah,
if you guys can do it for them.
It's gonna be done, and everything is gonna be organized, and it's gonna be very professional. And who else than me saying the story of what I've gone through, you know, and how successful I've been on social media. 90% of my traffic of my daycare, I built it through social media. But we have to go out there and get new participants. It's sad to say that I've given discharge last week. I gave 4 discharges of 4 participants. You know the value of what 4 discharges is, but I came to a conclusion. I came to myself and said, they're not coming back. It don't matter what, or they've gotten too comfortable at home. Yeah, they're already, or they have an HHA at home. That's una esclava, that's their slave at home, or the kids are getting paid to take care of them. And they can't even come back to the center. They're already bedbound, or they're going to an ALF, or they can't even, you know, no se pueden valer por ellos mismos. So
our industry faces so many struggles. We have the case management struggle, the HHA struggles, the ALF. Everybody wants a piece. So we just have to continue fighting and get new members.
That's all I've been doing. And like we talked about today, Marta, and I'm talking to everybody on this call, on the Zoom call, we just got to keep on going after those new participants that are out there that are getting approved, because they are. I'm going to tell you, tocar madera, that I've gotten since I've been open. You know, I don't like to brag, but I like to express myself so you guys know my struggle the same way as you guys. I've gotten 13 new participants to my center in the 7 months that we've been open. So this business is only going back up, and all we could do is just be positive and work hard and trust us that we're going to help you guys grow your business, and you guys just got to put a little bit of your part. And I'm a firm believer because I'm an adult daycare owner and I'm in the same struggle. And I was there through the pandemic with you and Jay, going through all the stuff and all the struggles that we went through. Basically, we just reopen when we open our daycare with everybody courtesy, everybody for free. So that's the only valid point that we have through this pandemic. But I think everything's going back to normal little by little. And there's a lot of people out there that are getting approved and a lot of clients that are need our services now. And this business is not going anywhere.
Hope so. We hope so.
It is.
Let me shout out a little bit. I want to
Yes.
shout out to Alex, is the guy that's worked on our FADSA website. Ozzy brought him to the table. He was contracted by FADSA. Thank you, Alex. You've done a wonderful job. Like Matika said, your presentation, awesome. I'm all with it.
Wow.
Named director of social media from the board executive committee because you didn't know what you were doing. You obviously know what you're doing. I congratulate you on that. I think you guys are doing a phenomenal job. I want to point out a few things, okay, that I believe. I do a little bit of the social media, not at the, which I definitely am with it, but the little that I've done, there's a few things. You're going to gain, there's a market out there, which is the private pay market, right? That we all struggle to get. And I think that's that particular more than the guys that depend on the Alliance for Aging and on the insurance providers to pay for the services. So I think there's a great avenue to reach a lot of that market. That market exists, it's big. We really haven't tapped into 5% of what's out there, and I think we need to. Also, let's point out that all these RN directors of rehabs and different clinics and the different hospitals and the different doctor offices, these guys are looking at social media constantly as well. So when you have a presentation like what you guys are putting out there, I think we're going to reach out an audience that might not look at the daycare like people are looking for daycare. These are people, in other words, the awareness that this is bringing to the table is also very important. There's still, believe it or not, there's still many folks out there that don't know what the daycare is about, even though it becomes more and more popular every year, but there's still a lot of education to be done. So part of the social media experience, I think, is also bringing to the table education and advocacy. So, shout out to you guys. Congrats. I think this is good. I'm sorry that there's only 8 or 9 or 10, whatever the amount of people we have on the call. I hope that next week, if we have another one, we can get 30, 40 people to listen into this. And by the way, bringing this like what Kat does, I like Kat because she's always on top of things. She's jumping on, early in the stage. And this is why she was also named one of our board members. Okay, so we want people at work. We want people that are high energetic. I think me and Matika have brought to the table a lot of that energy, and this is what we believe in. Yeah. So we great job, guys. You're all doing a terrific job. I'm gonna tell you this. By bringing this to the table, to all the experience of adult daycare level higher. I think it's just not become an activity center where people come to play dominoes or people come to have free lunch.
So important.
We're educating as we move along,
Yes.
So I think that's what it's all about.
Another point that you're talking about there about the privately that there's a lot of kids on social media. You're correct on that. And not only that is that let's say that they start paying private.